Once upon a time, in a world not so different from our own, there was a young girl named Lily. Lily was a smart, curious, and creative girl, but she often felt overwhelmed by the pressures to succeed. She felt as if she was carrying a heavy backpack everywhere she went, with expectations from her parents, her teachers, her peers. Sometimes the weight of this backpack was so great that Lily felt like she couldn't move forward. One day, Lily met a group of friends who introduced her to a magical plant called weed. At first, Lily was hesitant to try it, but her friends assured her that it would help her relax and feel less stressed. So Lily took a few puffs and immediately felt a sense of relief. The weight of her backpack seemed to disappear, and she felt as if she could breathe again. Over time, Lily began to use weed more and more often. She found that it helped her cope with the pressures of anxiety that she felt on a daily basis. But as time went on, Lily began to realize that there were downsides to using weed. She found that it made it difficult for her to focus and to think clearly, and she noticed that her grades were starting to slip, and her non-weed using friends who didn't understand why she was using weed all the time. One day, Lily stumbled across a community called Better Yourself online. This community was filled with people who struggled with weed dependency and were working to overcome it. Lily was surprised to find that many of them had similar stories to her own. They talked about the pressure they felt to succeed and how weed had been the way for them to cope with it. They also shared advice and support with each other, and they emphasized the importance of moderation with weed use. Lily began to participate in the discussions within Better Yourself and found that it was incredibly helpful. She learned about the risks of using weed and the importance of moderation. She also made new friends who understood what she was going through. With their support, Lily was able to start making positive changes in her life. She began to focus on her schoolwork and her hobbies, and she found that she was able to cope with the pressures she felt without needing to use weed. She also made an effort to reconnect with her family and her non-weed using friends, and she found that she was much happier and more balanced as a result. In the end, Lily learned that while weed can be helpful in moderation, it's important to understand its potential risks and to use it responsibly. She learned that there are many other ways to cope with the pressure and stress of daily life, and that it's important to seek help and support when you need it. Most importantly, she learned that moderation is a key in all things, including the use of weed. Now, if you listen to this story and you're someone that's young who found weed early, you might have found some parallels in this story to your own life, because this is a very common share that we hear from a ton of young adults who found themselves enjoying weed because it helped them get through whatever it is they were going through, but over time they never developed other ways of coping with their underlying stress, anxiety, or negative emotions. So I just want to encourage you that if you are in that boat, there are people who have found ways to make their life better with less weed or no weed at all. And whatever it is that you need in terms of support, I want to offer that to you by giving you the space to talk to someone in the Better Yourself community Discord. Check it out and let us know what you think. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm working on putting out a lot more content that I think is going to really help those of you who truly need someone to talk to about your situation and you're not too sure where to start. So I want to create that space, so use the comments section of this video to leave your insight, to reach out for help, and it will come. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.